Oh. How's this? How does audio compare? I guess I won't really know until someone else is able to tell me. Okay. So, oh, do not power cable. That's right. All right, so we hit age 4, modern era, finally. So wish list. Let's see. Don't need that more. Let's just clear all these out and start anew. So we got the reuse a solid ender eye. So solid ender eye. And that's 8 eye of enders and a block of iron. So I'll have to do some hunting dimension for that, I'm thinking. Then what else? What do we got? Stream complications, apparently. Okay, so then we can get into the applied energistics route. So the inscriber. Now I did some work with the applied energistics in the Enigmatica 2, and those require the Starstone, or whatever you call it. But with the way that... Hello! You see me, you hear me? The way that the world generation works with SevTech, I don't... Wait... Hang on. Okay, I had... No, shit, that was the previous world. Crap. I was thinking maybe that's what that big circular areas that I was seeing before. That's probably what it is. Those, big semi-spheres. In, World 3, where the, tin had that big, Okay, excellent. How's my voice compared to music? Like this. Damn it. Okay, so that's not... So there was all these little chunked out bits of world in these spherical patterns. I was thinking... Okay. It's just a little block of cobble. Alright, why not? I was thinking maybe those were where the Skystone would spawn, but apparently not. Is good? Is good. Okay. It looks comparable on my volume meters, so I wasn't sure. How about down here? Just double check, I guess. No, so there's another big. So, okay, well then. Lacertus quartz or silicone ore. So then inscribe. It's the inscriber pattern. Press. How do I? Logic press. Silicon press. So it looks like I still gotta find them. But how am I gonna find... Or do I have to... Or do I have to get into this pneumatic... Whatchamacallit? Pneumatic craft. To get them. That might make sense, I suppose. Does anything else talk about pneumatic craft? Enter NASA workbench, fuel loader, compressor machine, galactic craft fuel. Oh, here we go. Hold the presses. Locate the materials needed to create the engineering logic and silicon presses to allow... Oh, end dimension. Okay, so maybe the Starstone meteors show up in the end, since it's behind that gate. Interesting. Alright, alright. Compressed iron ingot, plastic mixer to create sheets, pressure chamber, and walls to build pneumatic craft pressure chamber. Using your pneumatic craft setup, create a printed circuit board. Advanced machines need special casings. Purper and rods, so on and so forth. Well, this is gonna be... I don't think I can do any of... It's like an ME terminal. I'm gonna need the logic processor, which means I'm gonna need that logic press. So I think I have to go to the end before I can get into ME networks then, if I'm parsing this correctly. So then the Certus quartz and the silicon ore is not going to help me a whole lot, because those are needed for the inscribing. Inscribing I can't do until I have the presses. Cooking for blockheads. This was very confusing. I didn't follow that. When you're unable to transfer power between different mods, use a power adapter. Okay. And I don't know what... I'm sure... I know it said like pneumatic craft is going to be important for this stuff, I think. So the other thing that the only other thing that I could do then, I think, or would be worth doing, I should say, before heading off into trying to get the end to the end, would be a loud fire. Maybe an armor pass. Do I have the cooking for blockheads? Do not have my materials in me book on me. I only have one of them. Where's the other one? And I went and got a decent amount. Oh, there they are. It's already in my inventory. Okay. So, let's see. Oh yeah, because I made a upgrade to the pick. It's a cobalt pickaxe now, so it's faster. Okay, so question is... we have the steel leggings and boots, and helmet is over here. Oh, alright, whatever. Okay, so this is 3, 5, and 5. So these are all made out of steel as the primary. As the cores, which is the durability 17, defense 18.4. And I think I had the lead plates? No. Lead trims and steel plates. So 17 and 18 was the steel. Then Manilan is 19 and 20 with Vengeful, which could give some debuffs. What was the steel effect? Steady, less knockback. I did like not having all that reduced knockback. That is nice. 17, 18, 19, 20. It's not a huge amount of difference. The plates is 1, 13, 3 versus 1, 10, 4, 5. So I could drop a little. I could drop the plate from steel, which makes your armor more effective. Which part of the armor? Or we could look at Cobalt for the plates. It's gonna drop the toughness, but I get the increased movement speed. Although I'm already pretty fast, and I could always add redstone to armor pieces for more speed. So, okay. So if we skip on that, then no one can compare Ardite. So maybe Manilan plates. And then I'll get the Prideful, tougher after getting attacked at the cost of durability. Which is... durability modifier is pretty decent. It's higher durability modifier, so it's got more durability in the first place. And we get some of this bonus. So what am I doing right now? So my knockback right now is 35%, 70%, 105% knockback resistance. So I don't know how much the steel Indomitable, or no, Indomitable doesn't give, it's the core that gives the knockback. Okay. So it's just reducing the armor more effective ability and losing some toughness, gaining durability, and this prideful effect, which makes me tougher after getting attacked. So initial hits might do a bit more, but after that I should be more durable? Question mark? 113.3. I wish these were more descriptive on like what exactly they do. But let's take a look-see. Okay, so if we're doing plates, it's a material cost of 3. A melted cobalt ore is 1 ingot's worth. Really? They alloy 1 to 1 to 1? Not 1 to 1 to 2? Okay. Well, I mean, it makes it easier to count. So, that's 9 of each. Go... and... Alright, and let's make sure that these guys are off. Yep. Alright, so throws that there. We wait for that to melt down and merge together. Then I'm still using the knightly sword. Maybe I should think about making a bow. That wouldn't be a bad idea. But also, the other thing I could do is Necrotic. Heal when dealing damage. So Withered Bone and a Necrotic Bone. Do I have? Monster drops. I have neither right now. So I would have to go do some nether time to get a necrotic modifier for a weapon. Oh, I have some wither spawns. Okay, so in that case, if I was making a broadsword? Longsword? Broadsword, average damage, allows to knock back enemies with sweep attack while keeping other hands free, because it's compatible with other offhand weapons or tools. Medium damage sweep attack can use the offhand. Longsword, slower than the broadsword but scales better with damage, holding right click charges up to lunge. Rapier, each hit partially bypasses the armor of the target. Right click performs the short back pedal allowing to quick dodge. With average damage that's slower. Frying pan. And the cleaver is high damage but slow. Gives beheading. It's also two-handed, so I couldn't have the shield. So it's between the broadsword, which is more kind of normal swordish, and the longsword. The longsword gives the lunge, but I fly, so I feel like that's not a huge boon. So in which case it's a blade bit, an extra bit in the handle. So attack 8-7. What is this guy? Attack 9-5. This is 8-7. Deal more damage. It also consume more durability. If I would be using Steel Leaf for my handles, so that's pretty good actually. 3-6-4-1. Cold-blooded. Increased damage to targets at full health. Not bad. Lightweight overall speed. What is the durability on that? 50. Durability doesn't really matter. What am I thinking about? Bonus damage non-nether mobs. Blocking. Blocks fire damage. Mines. Magnetic. Don't have end yet. Aquadynamic. So what are... Okay, let's start over. Okay, so Steel Leaf is attack 7. Fiery is attack 7-6. Bonus damage to enemy on fire. Harvested blocks get smelted. Blocking blocks fire damage and getting hit sets the attacker on fire. More damage outside the Twilight Forest. 7-6. Fiery is not too shabby either. But I don't think I have any spare fire. I'd have to go like find another Hydra. Magma Slime is 7 with Superheat. Bonus damage to enemies on fire. 4-1, 3-6, 8-7-2 with the Insatiable. Millen seems like a pretty strong contender for best. 6-6, 7 and 8, but I don't have those. 9 intermedium, I don't have that yet. Superium, supremium, no. Okay, so if we went into the nether, we got ourselves a skeleton bit, then make a manillan blade with steel leaf handle, shocking, holy, poisonous, and heavy. Prevents knockback. Does that work on not armor? I don't know why it wouldn't. That's interesting. So maybe a lead extra. Tool lasts longer, more experience, increased damage to full health. It's kind of nice in that might be able to one-shot things more, but I also kind of like my damage to be more stable overall. Hellish wouldn't be terrible because it's just straight more damage to non-nether mobs. Auto smelt, magnetic, sponge, prismarine, unhindered by water. Don't have endstone yet. Fractured is just straight up more damage, I assume not as much as the other. Less longer. Once against unarmored targets, that's becoming less and less often. Okay. So, kind of feeling the manillan blade and the what am I saying? Maybe the lead extra? It's also adding poison onto it and adding that knockback, in which case I could change up the core or the extra on an armor bit and make those a bit more effective potentially. Yeah. I also maybe should make another chest piece, because I don't think I can repair this. And I don't want to be counting on it and then have it be suddenly pulled out from underneath me and no longer have flight. Okay, so let's see. So this is 35, 54, 35, 29, 3, 35. So the knockback stayed the same. The armor went down like 0.6, and the toughness dropped by 2.5 points. But I still am not entirely sure what the difference between toughness and armor is, either. But it is getting this prideful, so after I get hit, it's supposed to be stronger. Which would mean that hopefully that counteracts the fact that it's dropping down that 0.6 and 2.5? Question mark? I don't know. I mean, I can always just replace it with steel again later if I feel like it's not pulling its weight, I suppose. So it's 6, 6 to 5, 5, 5, 4 to 3. And 2, 5, or 3 to 2, 5, 5, 4 to 3 again. So I was nearly topped off on toughness, now not so much. But I have whatever that extra boof is when I get hit. Which I guess we'll see. Okay, what is it, so if I want to make a mantle of the stars, it's resonating gems, an ender pearl, illumination powder, leather tunic, stardust, feather, and then the upgraded version, more dust, feathers. The upgraded version wasn't bad. Isn't bad at all. So it's the resonating gems. And the stardust and star metal ingot, which what do I have on me? So I got the one stardust and one aquamarine up here at least. So I might have to go restock, actually, if I want to make another one. So it looks like I might be out of all of that. So I don't know. Well, did I make it over at the rest of the materials? And put you in here? No? And I smelted through all my iron. Oh, wait. I pop over. Oh yeah, I got tons of aquamarine. Not so much on the iron, but I could always get more iron. How do you make the fancy aquamarine in the light well becomes liquid star? Oh yeah, you infuse it. That's easy. So star metal ingots. You just need the star metal ore. Stardust by crushing the ore or the wait, I can make it with nether quartz dust into stardust with infusing it? And then could oh, that's a lot more effort than it's worth. It'll be much easier to just go get more iron. Well, it's got enough on it that I think I could at least... Do I have, do I have spare steel leaf? I need to go get that. I do have spare steel leaf, because that's right, because I was going back and doing the quest. So making a steel leaf handle shouldn't be a problem. The... What did I say I was going to do? Lead? Lead shouldn't be a problem for the extra. Okay, so let's... no, if we're going to do... If we're going to go hunt this bone... I just gotta keep an eye on my mantle and make sure I don't overextend. But we can go into the nether and hunt some skellies. So, if down in the bottom there you notice that I get an armor durability pop up, and I'm not paying attention and it's really hecka low, give me a holler. Ooh. A mushroom. So where do I find wither skeletons is the question, and also I forgot which bone I needed. Because I didn't toss it in my inventory. Good job, me. Oh, there's some. There's a bunch. Okay. Hey, buddy. Do either of you drop a bone? Doesn't look like it. Ooh, everything's slow because of the soul sand. Nice. I like this spot. Excuse you. Okay. Oh wait, no, it would be straight into my inventory. Okay, so wither bone, regular bone. I got a skull. Wither ash. Stone can go. I should have cleaned my inventory before I left. Cobblestone can go. Quartz pipe can go. I don't need that on my... I'm fine. Alright. Skellies. Come hither. One of my... I forgot, one of my perks on Astral Sorcery puts anything that I get from mining or killing someone directly into my inventory, if possible. So that's... oh, hi. Real convenient. Let's put this there. I forget... I think it would go to my hotbar first. Priority. We'll see. Oh no, I depleted the place. There's one. Okay. I don't know if the spinouts have anything I care about. Where'd you go? Armor's doing okay. That. Remind myself. Necrotic. Add more bonus to increase the heal. Okay. So one thing I'm not sure about with that is that one thing I like about this particular version of Life Leech, and I don't know if it's the same as the Tinker's Modifier version, is that this version not only heals my damage, but it feeds me, which is super convenient. Aside from the fact that I don't get any nutrition, I don't think, off of it. Crap, spiders. Ooh. Calm down. Good lord. Also, how are you hitting me all the way up here? Freaking got ups. Okay, Thornstock, meh. Still no second bone type. There's not one laying on the ground, is there? Doesn't look like it. Okay. That. Come on. Just want one of them bones. Oh, totem torch. Get rid of that too. Hey. How'd the rest of your day go? Are you warmed up from our chill? Spiders. There we go. There's a necrotic bone. Oh, while we're here, armor's holding out okay. Let's try and get a couple more. Just to cover our bases, because it did say it's stacked. Hot ginger tea with wine. That doesn't sound good. Tea and wine? Like, I'm not just saying that, like, the tea is not my thing. But, like, that combination seems very strange to me. Okay. More spinner dudes. Was he mad at you at the first place? Why was your kitty mad? What did you do? Sangria. Where do you say so? Alright, 3 bones. We'll take out some on the way back, but we'll head back. Oh, right, the vet, yeah. Did he get poked and prodded? Or just generally unfavorable vet trip? You walked all the way there? Yeah, I bet. I am aware that cats do not really like being forcefully made to do anything. Oof. I wonder if for animals, rabies vaccine is like oh, what's that vaccine? It's not the flu shot. One of the immunizations just feels like you got punched in the arm for like a week straight. I forget which one that is. Oh, and blood work. The most prodding. Another cow, another chicken. Yeah, that must not have been a fun return trip, having a grumpy, chilly kitty stuffed into your coat. That was just recently cristabbed due to your taking him out of his warm, comfy home. Okay, so... Got frickin' HPV vaccine burned. No, it wasn't a burning. It was literally just felt like you got socked in the arm. Alright, what we got? So, flame string, more grave dust. It's a vegetable. Skull fragments, wither ash, wither skull. Wither dust. What does wither dust do? Dwindle cream. Unstable ender pearl. Dark sugar. You make soul sand out of it, and a wither dust block, which lets you make wither dust bricks and a facade of none. Alright, and an extreme vector plate. What about this ash? Facade. Okay. What else? I imagine you're both happy to be home. Okay, so put this back. We want not the knife blade, a wide guard, and the sword blade. So that's 2, 3, or 2, because we don't want to do both off the same material, which means 2 of each. Bum and bum. And then, so saying lead? Lead. Okay, so 1 lead. That's silver. Lead. There we go. Have all your coworkers calmed down from their various demands for information and satisfaction? Or are they still low-key going off on you all the time? that. Those. Then to get a steel leaf rod, which is what I want for... Wait, which is the one? Crap. There's one that is no good. Steel leaf tool rod. Steel leaf tool. Alright. I think it's a regular tool rod for sword. Dang it. Shit. How do I get tool rod? Okay, so steel leaf rod comes from the metal press or the casting in a tool rod, and that's no good. How did I get this? Shit. Oh, I knew this. How did I do that? This is not... Okay, steel leaf... use... molten steel leaf rod, molten steel leaf plate, molten steel leaf, no, plate, rod, How do? Bum. Shit. Cause this is what's saying from both metal pressing and from casting. That's no good. That's not the one I want. Handle. Smelt. Tool rod. Bone tool. Oh! I know that. Oh god. Okay. You gotta do it this way. Do it through. Let go. Wait. What? Get in there. Why? What the hell? What? You have space, and technically you have infinite space. What? Okay. Whatever. Deal with that later. Okay. Sword, blade, hilt, handle. Alright, attack 1072, that's higher. It's got the tool, more damage outside the forest. Repairs yourself if you got the steel leaf. do more and more damage but consumes more and more durability, which we've got the Steel Leaf synergy bonus. Poisonous and heavy, which is giving... What? That can't be a plus 100% knockback resistance. No way. .6 speeds, same speed. What the hell? Okay, either way, I need to go swap my laundry. I will be right back. And then I will answer your question.
That's often unsuspecting hurt, and as you step back into line, a mob jumps to their feet. Now dance, fucker, dance, man, he never had a chance, and no one even knew it was really only you, and now you steal away. Take him out today. Nice work you did. You're gonna go fuck it. With 1,000 lies and a good disguise, hit 'em right between the eyes, hit 'em right between the eyes. When you walk away, nothing more to say. See the lightning in your eyes, see 'em running for their lives. Slowly out of line and drifting closer in your sight, so play it out, I'm wide awake. It's a scene about me. There's something in your way, and now someone is gonna pay. And if you can't get what you want, well, it's all because of me. Now dance, fucker, dance, man, I never had a chance, and no one even knew it was really only you, and now you lead the way. Show the light of day. Nice work you did. You're gonna go fuck it. With 1,000 lies and a good disguise, hit 'em right between the eyes, hit 'em right between the eyes. When you walk away, nothing more to say. See the lightning in your eyes, see 'em running for their lives. Now dance, fucker, dance. He never had a chance, and no one even knew it was really only you. So dance, fucker, dance. I never had a chance, it was really only you. With 1,000 lies and a good disguise, hit 'em right between the eyes, hit 'em right between the eyes. When you walk away, nothing more to say. See the lightning in your eyes, see 'em running for clever alibis, Lord of the Flies. Hit 'em right between the eyes, hit 'em right between the eyes. When you walk away, nothing more to say. See the lightning in your eyes, see 'em running for their lives. I just wanted to fall. I said, believe me. And then it hit me like a heart attack. Honestly, we're not in love. We're never gonna be. So I pretend, baby, can't you see? It would have been better if we never. There's no turning back for me now. It would have been better. I should have known better. I don't want to believe. I don't wanna talk, and I don't wanna I'm tripping on this drug, so we can be in love. Swallow what you sell, so I can never tell. This is just a dream, and now what it seems, the totem spins around. I can see it falling down. It would have been better if we never. There's no turning back for me now. It would have been better. I should have known better. I don't want to believe. I don't wanna talk, and I don't wanna sing stupid love songs that I just can't believe in. I thought you were the one, but I just can't believe. Believe in love, believe in love, believe in love, it's just a lie. 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 I thought I knew you, but all that I knew was the girl I wanted you to turn into. I thought you'd have my heart singing, but oh no, girl, we were so wrong. Baby,
Okay.
tell you the truth, any other girl would kill for you. I guess I just can't take it. I won't believe in love, it's just
Timer? Okay. Should I bump the music up at all? Or down? Now that you've been around a little longer. Oh, whoops. Okay, so this was... No reason not to make it. Little down? Okay, we can do that. Little down. Alright, we'll start with one notch down and let me know if I need to go another one. Okay, so then I got the sword and 2 wither bones. Gives necrotic. Anyways. Yeah, Does this just mean either? Did I not need to go find? Okay, so it's necrotic 1. So, do we I guess we try necrotic 1 and see how that goes and determine if we want to go to necrotic 2. Because this is life leech 2. I also don't know how much that's making a difference. Okay, my day, things are dumb. They're super dumb and super frustrating. And just, whoop. This is okay. It's just how it gonna be. No, don't do that. Okay. So what I want is Enderman. So, where are all the Endermen hiding? See golems and spiders. Oh, how well can you see? It is a darker area, but not as dark as some of the places we've been. Enderman, I know you exist. Oh, oh. Saw one freaking out and teleporting. God, why did the cat follow you so far? Which is so dark that you can see more. Okay, let me try this. 1 second. So if I go and oh no, not that one. Add a filter. Color correction filter, and like up the zero brightness. Oh, okay. Point. One. 0.01. Let's see. Oh god, that just did that just trim the screen? Are you seeing a whole bunch of black space on the screen now? Why did it make the screen? What is why? Why would you do that? Correction, hue shift, saturation. Okay. Labs, OBS, filter, cuts, off.
Apologize for my mistakes, but I just want you to know
Um, crops. Image. That's not. Well, that's not helpful. What is. Why, though? Why? Take out the filter. Do this. What the hell? Scale resolution for scaling. Oh god. Okay. That's... Okay. Getting closer. Properties for scaling. How about that one? No. Properties. What? This doesn't make any sense. Okay, so I...
Can you hear me?
Alright. So I can add a filter onto the recording, but then it cuts off a ton of the screen. Like, you were seeing a bunch of black screen when I did that, right? That wasn't just on my preview? Yes, no, maybe so. So why do you think the window is so small? So what's the other thing I could maybe do? It's kind of like... that. Okay. I'm impatient. I gotta have it right now. Okay, so then if I do it this way, I don't get to play full screen, but I can play it large on the screen, which is almost as good. Okay, so then I do a color correction and scooch up like that. That's back to 0. Contrast. Go back to 0. So let's see, if I bring the gamma up, what's that look like? Does that look, that looks practically dayish on the preview, seems like. So maybe drop that down a little bit so that it's still, you can still tell it's dark. And kind of like that. Let's try that. Although I worry that when daytime comes back around, it's gonna like be eye blasting. Oh, look at you. So fancy with your horses. Yeah, we'll see what happens when I leave and it's not nighttime anymore. When we're out in the day. Jeez. Where the heck are all the Endermen? Oh, I heard one. Up. That looks more readable. Alright, where? I heard you. Ooh, there you are. Hold. Oh, they don't like me flying, do they? Is that what this is? If I'm flying, they freak the hell out. There's one dust. Dude, I get fed? Yeah, it doesn't look like it's feeding me. Jesus. Wait. Hang on. I don't want to just take hits, but I think I'm invincible. Yeah, yeah. Okay, let me get out of here.
When I was 15,
Let's back up that way.
I started to play guitar. I definitely wanted to become a musician. Musician, I thought, well, now I may have a little bit of a
Whoa!
chance.
Oh, right, these guys.
What I wanted to do is music, and not only play music.
I gotta do something about that. I need new boots.
Time
I totally forgot about that.
69, 70. So I would take my car, would go to a discotheque, sing
Okay.
maybe 30 minutes. I think I had about 7, 8 songs. I would partially sleep in the car because I didn't want to drive home.
Yeah, that looks really bright.
That helped me for about almost 2 years.
So, the rotten flesh
Do an album with
and the stone.
50s, the sounds of the 60s,
Take these off and go up just a little bit.
a sound of the future.
Yep, I'm invincible.
I know the synthesizer. Why didn't I use the synthesizer, which is the
Whoa, that ate through my leggings. I must not have been fully healed in the first place.
click? So we put the click on the 20
Okay, so
modular. I knew
I need to do this. Turn on cheats.
the impact would be. My name is Giovanni,
Then
but everybody calls me George.
effect. Let me clear. No. Effect clear. Enter OE. No. Clear. Effect for OE. Clear. Center OE effect. Oh my god. Bring this out again. So, and is I blasty as I think it is? Oh shit! I put my boots back on. Oops. Minecraft command clear effect player clear. I swear I did that. Effect Fenner OE clear. Okay, there we go. Whatever. Alright, so now over here. Okay, taking damage again. Alright, so now pop out and then pop back in with cheats so that I clear the fact that I have cheats on. Just keeps happening. What I could do... So I could either make a middle ground where I put the setting like halfway between where it is and 0, or I could try like messing around with the contrast, or I could potentially have 2 scenes. One for when I'm doing stuff in dark area, and one for when I'm doing stuff in light, and I just have to transition between them whenever I pop load between a bright and a dark location. Let's try the middle ground. Let's try changing it down. So it's at 0.36 right now, so let's do 0.18. Like that. Alright. So the materials for this sword I have a lot of, so it's not really gonna hurt me to try adding necrotic 2 and see if that makes a difference for my hunger. It does not. So that one's only when I kill something. Yeah, no, that doesn't do anything for hunger. And wait. It's also not healing me. So, that's extra not helpful. Depending on damage dealt. Alright, I'm gonna try 3. I'm not very optimistic about this though. Yeah, no, my health isn't moving. I suppose maybe it's possible because this is Tinker's, it doesn't know how to deal with having more than 10 health. I could try that. Let's make a little space. And wait. Okay. Alright, so I'm down 1/2 heart. We'll try. Now it's healing me. Oh, okay, I'm not healing up because my nutrition went down under 90. That what's happening right now? That would make some amount of sense, I suppose. Let me put these back on. I'm busy. What are these? 1% each? That should be enough to get me up to 90 then. Okay, so we munch down on some iron berries. Now I've got 92%. Wait for this debuff to pass. Okay. So... So yes on the healing, no on the feeding. But, on the other hand, it does do more damage. And if I make another one, we could try like doing just like Necrotic 1 and throwing in some other bonus effects to compensate. Ooh. Like the other thing I could do, potentially, is instead of the making the lead extra for the poisonous and the heavy, I could try pig iron. It won't do poison and it won't have that potential knockback bonus, but I would eat it. Or I could just have a bunch of food on me. Like, you know, which might be a better idea in the long run anyways, because I want to keep the nutrition bonus. So, it's not bad. Alright, we'll use this guy for a little bit. Damn it. We'll deal with the boots. Okay. How many did I get? 2? How many do I need? Pearl dust is 250. 250 becomes a pearl. Block of Ender Pearl. It's 9 buttons. 4. Okay, makes sense. Okay. Dust can come from a grindstone. But I would have to have a pearl in the first place. Okay, so... Alright, I've got 2 ender dust. I need 8, so 6 more. Do I have any... I don't think I do. Chillin' in the chest. I do. Okay. So I've got 4 of my 8. Alright. Okay. Skeletons. Horse meat. Pelt. Rotten flesh. Alright. And then let's return some books. I don't need to carry them around. That and this, and I still don't know why this is being dumb. But I can just hold it there, I guess. Whatever. Okay, so we are fed. Armor is still holding out okay for the moment. We know that the... Let's just leave this. Open. Okay. We know that this doesn't feed us, but it does do more damage and does get the lifesteal. Which we're... What is that? Fallen Knight? He didn't drop anything interesting. Alright. Ooh, there's an Enderman. Right next to a creeper. Perfect. Okay, that's 5. What are you? That fail gamer. I don't appreciate your attitude. Okay, what are we doing? Churning through the hunger because of my boots. I need to make new boots. It was a really good idea when I was using the slime boots and taking, having them prevent the fall damage, took durability. But while I'm using this mantle, I don't take fall damage in the first place, so my boots never take damage from that. So kitty cats. Is that a little guy? That is a little guy. And also a lot of everything else. Can I piss you off? Ow! Got him. That's a flower. It's a cursed creeper. What makes it cursed? Okay, Enderman, Enderman, Enderman. Where are the Endermen? Golem. The little one again. Alright, 6. 2 more. What are you now? Another cursed creeper. Ooh, hello. See that arrow bend? One more. There we go. Is bouncing all over because he takes poison damage and feels the need to run away. Is kind of an... Oh, you jerk! It was mine. There we go. Alright. So, that's another 4. That's all we need. Well, that's all we need, and then we'll have to figure out how to... have to get more for the actual thing, I think. So I assume the gate works the same way it normally does, so I'll need more... Get down there. Eye of Ender. Alright, so those and those... Oh, I'm here. That. Alright, so Ender Dust's going there. I need the pan cast. Slap that there. Turn that on. Okay, so I kind of feel like maybe I should remake the sword. I was talking about a different different extra piece. What was I talking about? Oh, the pig iron, which doesn't really... I don't think that's really going to do much any good. But I could remake the blade. Remake the whole thing. And then put just Necrotic 1 on it. Give that a spin. Or I could just level this guy up for a while. Because it'll get more modifiers as we go. Also, I need to turn these into Eye of Enders, which means I need Blaze Powders. Squeezer. So Millstone will go 1 to 3. The Infuser will go 1 to 4. And the Crusher will go 1 to 4 with a 50% chance of extra sulfur. So Crusher is definitely the way to go with that. Alright, so... 2. Eight. Alright, probably should have the eyes about done now. There we go. Alright, so 8 of those and 8 of those. 8 Eye of Ender. And then it was what else? A block of iron. Can I melt this down? I can't. It gives me one ingot? Really? Yes. Oh wait, how did I make this? Yeah, that's terrible. Well, wait, no, it actually isn't. Because you make it with 4 ingots and it gives you 4 sheet metal, so 1 sheet metal to 1 ingot is actually appropriate. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? Yep. So that and that. Turn this guy back off, because we'll be pouring it into the block mold. And then we'll go find ourselves a fortress. Okay, let's get rid of some of this miscellaneous. So bones, wolf head, blaze rod can go back, rotten flesh. Alright, then Marbles over here. There. Okay. Then got another quartz which needs to be ground up. Right? Yeah, because I'm keeping it. Wait, how am I storing nether quartz? Am I storing nether quartz? I might not be yet. Which means I can just put it down there. Nether amethyst. I don't think I have any of this spare laying around, so that can go there. Alright, the cobalt and the ardite both are new. So, like that. Plastic we'll throw in there. Give me these like that. That clears up a bunch of space in here. And you can have the pipe and the bucket and the wrench. I'll keep the shovel. The machine casing and the pipe. Blueprint goes over there. Coal coke in there. I don't know what these guys are or do, so... Or rather that one. Oops, did I get something else in there? I started making a bow before I actually could, so I got some crappy pieces. Alright, bowls in there. Ironwood. And planks. Sure. Alright, then plant fiber meh. Okay. Gunpowder's a monster drop, that's downstairs. Give me my iron block. Let me just go downstairs. Hey, up, up. Okay, that with those solid ender eye, gunpowder. All right, sword, pick, shovel, axe, food, and solid ender eye. All right. So let's find, oops, us a stronghold. I'm not seeing it. Hang on. Oh, there it goes. So, this way? Okay. Keep going. Oh god, it's right in my face. Alright. Yeah, keep going. I don't remember how far I went from spawn, so I don't know contextually how far it is likely for me to need to go. Because the strongholds spawn in an equidistant ring from the original world spawn. This has a durability? Damn it. That's annoying. In a ring. And then there's another ring layer out further than that. And then I think a third one out even further than that. I think that's it. That's all the ones you get in your world. So it's 4, and then it's like, is it 8 the next one, or 6 the next tier? I forget. still going. How's my armor doing? Still okay. Alright. And so the way the eye works, normally you have to do this with the eyes that I made to the eight eyes that I made to craft this, and they have like a 1 in 8 chance every time you use one for it to shatter instead of dropping. But they just fly out when you use them in the direction of the nearest stronghold. Oh, wait, where'd it go? Okay, over here. Over here. I think we're getting close. Because I'm backtracking on myself, right? Because I was going that direction earlier. Maybe not as close as I thought. No, because I swore I just came over that that crater. Okay. Oh. Alright, I think we found it. Yeah, it's basically going straight down. Okay, so... where am I? Right here? So... New... This is Stronghold 1. Alright, we'll give that a nice endery color. Daytime's coming. Jeez. My boots on? I do my boots on. Wait, who was shooting arrows at me then? Oh, you were. Okay. Alright, so... more or less right down here. So that's probably it. Alright, so the stronghold is a dungeon full of, as one would expect, nasties and pain. And somewhere... Whoa. Oh, I didn't even have to. Could have just flown over here. Whatever. It's not like I'm hurting for picture ability. Okay, so... Oh, here we go. So here it is. And we need 12 more Eye of Enders. And then we have to fill those in around, and then that'll give us the end portal. I think I want to have a good bow before then, because I believe the first time you enter the end, you have to fight the end dragon. And should definitely... Too fast for my own good. Should definitely... redo my armor. There's never any loot in chests. So sad. Because the in the end, home is back this way. It's floating islands over a void of nothingness that will kill you. You just fall in and die. This way, yeah.
This first song is called
And
World on Fire.
you gotta fight the dragon, and this is based on my understanding of vanilla. I don't know what the end is like in SevTech. There could be mods that are tweak up how the end works. Where is home?
Get on my level, Madison.
Okay, back that way still.
Picture depressed onion cutting itself.
And so things could be very different. But the way it would normally work is you spawn in, then the end dragon shows up. And you gotta fight him, her. And she's flying around and she does like a breath attack and does dragony things. And there's a bunch of towers, spires, and they have something on the top of them that will heal the end dragons, so you're supposed to either fly up there and break them or shoot them with an arrow or hit them with they have like 1 health, so you can even just throw a snowball at them and they'll break, so that you can properly deal with the dragon. And then you fight it and you beat it and then you've won the game, technically speaking. Okay, so regular mantle. This is where we said we needed the 4. Oh, I'm gonna need. So I could use another quartz to turn into the stardust, but I'm gonna want star metal anyways. Oh. So I might as well get some iron. Okay. Then iron was cinnabar, nickel, platinum, silver, aluminum, H2, hematite is what I'm looking for. So hematite gets right over across the way. Right there.
I gotta remember there's good things about it too. Like the fact that none of that's happening to me. Scar! Still, it's hard not to be sad. How do y'all do it? I've been telling you guys terribly sad things this whole song. You haven't been sad at all. You've been happy. No. You've been laughing. That's it. Laugh hurts to hate everything. It's the way to solve all the sadness in the world.
But yeah, like I said, I don't know how much of that remains true in mod. Also, even if it is true, I've never done it before. So We'll see. Where's the... Start above? Okay. Entire loaf? Man, what are you crazy? I do like bread though. Hi Virgil. We are preparing to go to the end. And see what happens. Oops. Do not dig straight down while you're standing on it. So, currently I'm going to get some more iron so I can turn that into star metal, so that I can make myself a replacement chest piece, because this guy is getting low and I don't want to run out of flight juice during an end dragon fight. Was it right here? And then we'll see what happens, I suppose. Because I have... Oh, there it is. I have actually never fought... never been to the end. I think I've mentioned that to you before, maybe. In one of the previous discussions. That's a lot of stone. Alright, those can go, and those can go, and that can go. Alright. Then sand, dirt. I'll just get rid of these. Oh, that's a good point. I could, well, I mean, if I'm flying, I just went through this because I'm hunting pearls in the hunting dimension. But if I'm flying, the Endermen don't know what the fuck to do anyways. But yeah, it wouldn't hurt to have a jack-o'-lantern, or pumpkin, I should say, carved pumpkin with me. Alright. That should be enough for my purposes. We can save the rest for a rainy day. Oh, back this way. Okay, so I need... How much do I need? It was 1 ingot for the first... Right. Whoa. Alright, I need this. And then this. Alright, you stop doing your thing. And... Okay, so 1 ingot and 5 dust, then another 4 dust, and oops, from an ingot I can get 1 dust, or from an ore I can get 2 dust. Claims there's a vein miner mod, but don't see it in the list or the configs. baited, I guess. Alright, so we're just gonna do that. Oh, excuse me. That, and 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 that. Alright. So that should be more than enough. Vein miner mod. And it's not just under some weird name. I don't know enough about various mods to have any specific ideas. I suppose I could do some other things while I'm waiting. Alright, let's deposit some stone. Clear some of this out. Oh god, that's very full. I want all of it. All gone? All gone. Damn it. I might as well just put it in the trash at that point. I don't know why. Okay, so the other things I need were flint, easy enough. I've got gravel to spare. Redstone, no problem. Arrow, fine. Iron, fine. Cool. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. Feathers, fish, string, sugar. Alright. A rock crystal, another ender pearl, illumination powder. Do I have spare illumination powder, or did I burn all mine last time around? None in there. Two. I have 2 illumination powder. Damn. Alright. Illumination powders. So that's sand, aquamarine, gunpowder, or just glowstone. Glowstone and aquamarine, that's way easier. I've got that to spare. Bloop. And 2, 3, 4. And I need the other aquamarines to infuse anyways. So I made myself a new sword on a manilin, and gave it necrotic to try and compare to the Knightly Sword's life leech, and it works. It has slightly more damage, but I am sad because unlike the life leech that exists on this Twilight Forest stuff, the necrotic doesn't feed me, which is, I did enjoy that, but on the other hand, it's going to make me keep my nutritions going, so that's kind of I'll make another sword at some point later. Alright, so I needed 4 shiny ones. Oh. I'm missing some. Okay, bucket. over in this chest. Right? Yeah. Alright, so... There we go. We do 4 of these... 5 of these. 4 for the mantle. 1 for the... illumination powder. So I adjusted the gamma earlier of the stream video directly to try and compensate for that darkness that I was talking about. So it's a little up still right now. I kind of tried to go for like a... I found a nice spot where like in the hunting dimension it looked nice and readable. But then when we came back here it was like fairly washed out. So kind of at a medium point right now. So it's a little brighter than like I'm seeing or like normal. But then the nights and caves and the hunting dimension are a lot more readable. You're still going? Dang. Wait, no, I just gotta open this. Okay, so one of those with that. Alright. So... rock crystal, leather tunic, the 4 resonating. Let's just start filling this in. Whoops. Alright, like that. Oh, I didn't need to make 5. Whoops. Okay. Then the illumination powders. Like that. I should just... There we go. Okay, so there'll be the 1 ingot, the 1 enderstone, feathers. How am I doing on feathers? Plenty. Okay. So feather, rock crystal. I need some leather. For a tunic. So that's... Blep. I can go back. Yeah. So I made those tweaks and hopefully it doesn't look too bad when I'm actually in like a, you know, regular daytime spot deal. Okay, feather. Ingot and dust comes from after that finishes processing, which probably is not going to be till night, I'm guessing. And then an ender pearl. So I need to go back to the hunting dimension. Rock crystals, fine. Okay, then... Did I do the wrong one? I did the wrong one, didn't I? There we go. Okay, feathers, fine. Dusts, no problem. A fish, a string, another feather, and sugar. Alright, so... fish, I can just go stab one. That's, whoop, cable. Oopsie doops. Alright, is that just any fish, or does that have to be like a cod specifically. Raw fish. I'm gonna assume it has to be blue one. It's fine. There we go. I don't know why I even worried about it. Okay. So now I just need another ender dust, I believe. Well, and then for that, those to finish doing their thing, and then to grind some stuff up. So how long to find a Enderman this time? Oh, right. I need to go rotate laundry. Back in a minute.
Turns out what I figured out was I was wrong and you were right. And you will go toe to toe like David and Goliath. They will be Goliath. And you will throw the stone. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Said the man with all of the answers. If you don't have the answers, how will I ever know?
Oh yeah, name tags. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's super important for vanilla. You find or convert a villager into a zombie villager, and you name tag them so you can keep them around and cure them. And then when you get the potion of weakness, splash potion of weakness, and a golden apple, you cure them, and then you can get ridiculous fucking discounts. It's absurd discount on their trades. And you can manipulate their profession before you do your first trade by putting down and taking up the job block. So I would get like in the vanilla game that we haven't played in a while, Sunny and I had a villager that would sell me a mending book. I had a villager that would send me an efficiency 5 book. I had a villager that would sell me a durability or toughness 3, durability 3. What's the unbreaking 3? Unbreaking 3. I had one that would sell me a silk touch book, and I had one that would sell me a fortune 3 book. All of them on different villagers, and it would cost me like a book and 8 to 20 emeralds depending on which book it was. And then on the other hand, flip side, it also affects not only their sell prices but their buy prices. So they drop the amount of whatever they want to buy from you by half for the same emerald price. So I cured a one and set them to a butcher for Sunny. And what did he buy? He would buy like, was it like 8 pork chops for 2 emeralds or something like that. And then we had another one, farmer, for doing potatoes. And you can do those trades a ton of times, and then they refresh like 2 or 3 times a day. So you can just frickin' do whatever the heck you want once you get that set up. Whoops. There we go. Nope, that's not right. What happened? Why are you... Oh, damn it. What's your problem now? This thing got really twitchy when I decided to try to put the filter on. And I don't know why. Oh my god. How big did you get? There we go. Alright. That looks better. Yeah. The other thing you can do for keeping a mob around, like a zombie or a zombie villager or whatever, is, at least specifically for zombies, if you get them to pick up an item, or if they are holding an item, I don't think it counts for skeletons, then it's the same as having a name tag, essentially. Perfect. they won't despawn from you being away from them. They'll still die if you do something or leave them in a place where they would perish. As evidenced by, I had a husk that I had given a name tag, or was he holding something? I forget. So I parked him right outside the village so that I could, in hardcore, zombies that kill a villager have a 100% chance of converting them. So I would keep the husk around so that when I had the materials and was ready to get another ridiculous trade villager. Oh, really? Jeez. I could just... Did I start my timer? Yeah, I did. I could just cordon them off and then corral them into the husk, get them converted, separate them apart again, and then cure them, and continue on my merry way, not being an absolute monster of a human being at all. And get all the good trades. Oops, I need my crystal. So yeah, then that was all well and good. I forget if he was name tagged or if he was holding an item off the top of my head. But as we slowly accumulated more villagers, I built up the village so that they would be breeding and put in the beds in the houses and all that good stuff. As we went through that, then... Whoops, what was the other ones? Right, the dust. I need the dust. I need to be careful. This thing is low on durability, and I don't know if the stopping the fall damage consumes any. They started spawning more iron golems. So at some point, an iron golem wandered over to the pen that I had the husk in and just obliterated the heck out of him. Whoops. What are you gonna do? I forget if you ever told me where you're at, Virtual. Is it hella cold over there too? Because we just had our first major cold shift of the year, pretty much. Yes, this is the dust, so I need you guys to hurry up and convert. I want to build a... Weirding gadget, blocks of gold, a dendro pearl, and gold ingots. Okay. One, two, three. Okay, 1, 2. Then it was 3 more. So 9, 3 is 27. How's the weather over there? Is it hella fucking cold? I don't remember if you ever told me where you were at. Another 3. These need to become ingots. Can I just like pound them into ingots? No, that's a rod. Press them into ingots? No. Yeah, smelt them in. Okay. That's glowstone. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, I'm gonna have to. Sorry, I am the crazy person. And even though I am smack dab in the middle of the states, I monitor my temperatures in Celsius. Alabama. So right now it is negative 12 Celsius. So it is 10 degrees out right now. A little on the chilly side. Just a touch. Oops. Get back here. That. Okay, the weirding gadget. How many chunks did you do? You know, it's weird. I was the exact opposite. Place down a little 3x3 area of chunks. So. Alright, so the important one is that I have this covered. Basically the entire time, you know, my whole life to date, essentially. Oh, these are all done. But let's put it here. So if I put it in that chunk, that would cover... I wouldn't cover all of this machinery, but if I put it in this one... No, wait, it would. Yeah, because it would be 3x3, would cover out through there. It would cover the diesel underneath, and would cover most of this. Actually, almost all of it. Okay, so I'll put it in this one. Blap. And just, like, for whatever reason, just Fahrenheit never clicked for me. Like, I never knew... Like, I knew that 80 was hot, but I didn't know what the I could never remember what the comfortable temperatures were, or what the when it gets like cold temperatures were. Just never clicked. But switching over to Celsius with 0 being freezing, it was just like, oh, that's cold. You go further and it gets warm, and you go further and it gets stupid cold. Yeah, that's easy. I can handle that. Okay, so how many did I need? I needed 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And these are going to give 2 apiece, so 5 of them. Just a little bit of ear destruction real quick, no worries. All done. And then I need 1 ingot, so I can smelt it into 1, stoke it into 1. If I made the arc furnace, but I haven't done that yet. Alright. A weird thing. Alright, you have my attention. GTA 5 RP on an Aussie server. Is there a particular goal in mind with this, or just to... Heck yeah.
Oh my god, you're so
We actually just saw Twerp. They were just here not too long ago. Locally, we caught them at a show. Not directly on SV, but you know, adjacent. Why are you not? Hey, that one. Why not? Yeah, that was a good show. From that end of things, the opening act, not so much. But you know, everyone's got their own things, I suppose. Shit. I forgot that I made the Weird Engadget. Alright, well, you are chunk loaded, so I can probably just leave you alone for a little bit. I'm not as much, like, I'm relatively familiar with, but not as familiar with the twerp, like the personalities, the personas and whatnot. But the lead, the main personality, accidentally roundhouse drop kicked his keytar in the middle of the show, doing a cartwheel, and killed it. Eye of Ender, not a. I needed to pearl dusts. Slate. I'm sure there was dust over here. There you are. That guy's freaking out. Wasn't there more? I swear there was more. And yeah, he busted that thing. It would not work. And then middle of the show, he got it to work again later on. It was pretty funny. I was highly entertained. Oh, I'm hungry. Okay, so son of a. It's playing Ring of Elysium with, owns a GTA RP server as well as a RDR2 server in the works. Was giving a close friend of mine a tour the server last night and seemed simplified and not too blind. Figure I might as well give it another try with a specific type of character in mind. I'm not. RP is something that in theory I like, but I've never been good at. I've tried running characters, and I come up with backstories and everything, but it all falls apart like immediately, and I just get don't know what to do with my character. I tried doing, for as far as like actual D&D goes, I tried DMing for a little bit. And like I prefaced to the group saying, like, hey, you're gonna have to work with me. I will play off of whatever you guys give me, but otherwise we're just gonna go through it. So if you want to RP, you RP with me more. If you want to just be combat-y, just do fights and stuff like that, and all that kind of stuff. And they all said, in theory, they were wanting to do, you know, the more of the RP and the world building and all that kind of stuff. So I had this character that I modified from the module that I was running as a pre-gen, which was essentially a head in a jar that was a elven noble who had a grudge against the elven lich, basically, that ruled the area. Oops, I need to melt it. Because he's been trapped in there for centuries and he's a dick. And so that was like the their access to lore on demand. They had a little pocket talking head, literally, that they could. Okay. That they could just whip out and ask questions, based on something in. His character would work well with solo RP. Recognize Redneck Crocodile Dundee. Oh lord. What was it? So the something about I forget if it came from the module or it came more from me, but something kind of like indicated that she was the talking head lady was a bit of a racist, more or less. So she vastly preferred the elven party member, and would always speak directly to that party member and spoke more kindly to that person than anyone else. And all... Are you going? Was that it? Yeah, it's only 4 for this one. Okay. And so like I laid it on as hard as I could. Alright, so those 4, and then I'm gonna need got the fish, I need a string and a sugar. To kind of make sure that they understood, like, that if they want to get in the good graces of this character, that they should just have that one person be the one that talks to her. If I want sugar, I gotta grind it, I'm guessing. Yeah. But for whatever reason, they just immediately, like, after like talking to her twice, were like, this person's worthless, she doesn't tell us anything, and then stuffed her in a bag and left her there the entire campaign. And never took her out, never asked her anything ever again. So they had all this exposition and they just didn't want access to it. So I just let it happen. But yeah, so RP's not been my strong suit. Okay, so I got the sugar, string. I forgot string. Hey, they're the ones stuck in the bag. I was a DM, I just didn't stop them from sticking her in a bag. It's player control, man. You can't take it away from them. It's their agency in the world. To stuff people in a bag and ignore them forever. Okay, wand. Alright, what you got? Feather. Sugar. String. To be 2T. I don't even know what that is. Oh, I should have used this to convert the metals. Whoops. Alright, does this actually do like a repair? It does, but it wipes out. Well, I mean, it's something. Oldest anarchy server. Okay, so God. Actually, let's use this. We might as well just use this guy up. And then let's repair the leggings. That should be enough. I really need to make new boots. I'll do that definitely before I go into the end. The helmet can survive a little longer. There's a lot of videos on it and the lore surrounding it. Anarchy just meaning that anything goes. Come in and do whatever the hell you want. That one. Throw that in there. Oh, I had sugar here. Whoops. And feathers. I'm good at this game. You can cheat and hack legally. Alright. Weird flex, but okay. I really need to hold on to those. That there, that over. This, I could probably stash that. I know where the stronghold is at this point. Let's just stick it. Oh, what? Oh, I accidentally. Okay. I accidentally used it. Freaked out with that arrow sound. Okay. Spawner shards. I want to. Craft ingredient found by breaking spawners. Once a spawner in the world is broken, always drop one spawner shard. Cool. What do I do with them? Who knows? Almost impossible to escape spawn. Just because of everything that's been hooked up and entrapped and around it. Let's leave that there in case I need to do a quick swap, I suppose. Boop. Alright, let's bring these out. A spare chest piece, and I can put these books away. That'd be a smart idea. And that guy. So done. Like so. Oh yeah, and I was watching J-Dog, and he told me that there was backpack expansion or backpack upgrade. Gold backpack, iron backpack, basic backpack. Which one am I using? I'm using a black backpack. Next upgrade is wooden. Okay, so I've got this one. If I use wooden, this looks like a backpack upgrade. What is this? This is improved backpacks. Oh, okay, here we go. Blank upgrade, storage upgrade, wood, stone. Alright, leather and woods, and then this is a blank and wood, and a wood and stone, and a stone and iron, and then an iron and gold. Okay, cool. Alright, so 2 leather, 1, 2, and then sticks and plank. Which plank is going to wind up working, though, is the question. Why not twilight? Maybe an ironwood. Oh, need another leather. Whoops! Anything up here? Spawn is almost completely destroyed when players see you join the rush the spawn and attempt to kill you like calling of the herd. The server itself is so valuable that people have tried to buy the server for millions of dollars with no success. What? This is some EVE Online bullshit. Oh god, I love those EVE Online stories, though. Those are ridiculous. You've heard, I'm assuming you've heard at least some of those. Oops, I should have grabbed a stone. Oh well, whatever. Leather. And then this was, need more wood. Three, so that, or wait, no, it was logs, wasn't it? Yeah, logs, okay. Boom, boom, boom. That, and leather. Cool. The stone is, oh geez, I need more leather. I have a better way to get leather. I have to do the full process still. Alchemy, drying unit, wet tanned hide. Nope, still have to do it the old-fashioned way for the most part. Wet tanned hide, better way to get that. Nope. Dried hide, salted. I mean, you can do it in bulk, I guess, now. You can swap it in the machine. I mean, still. Oh yeah, so, you familiar with what EVE Online is conceptually, or is this new in entirety? Actually, let's upgrade. Do they have to be applied one by one, or do I just apply? Use. I don't know. You don't know that that's hard, do you? No? Does it have to be like actual stone? What the hell? There's never any stone around when you want. There we go. Okay. Alright, there we go. 4. I'm gonna need a little bit of twine. So then... Alright, give me this back. 3 of those. Then that, and... Where did my sticks go? There they are. Alright, then I got salt around here somewhere. There we go. Get away from that fire. It's loud as balls. What? Oh, with water. Okay. You know what? You can just... I'm not using you for anything right now, and I can set a fire again later. There we go. Save everyone's ears. Okay, so in the basin it's 1 salt and 3 hide. That. And that. 1, 2. Anyways, so EVE Online. It's a big MMO space based. And they kind of have like a kind of similar-ish vibe to what you're talking about with the Anarchy, where they kind of have a anything goes, generally speaking, policy going on. So they pretty much are of the opinion of if you got yourself scammed, don't get scammed. And the game has these ridiculous, massive guilds, alliances, and you take control of actual solar systems, put down stations. They have huge scale of impact, persistent worlds. There's an actual like community council that is elected and influences the game like directly. Just really ridiculous kind of stuff like that. But so occasionally, like, you'll get these stories where the one I got I think the most kick out of was there was someone was retelling this mega scam that they ran, where they were. The idea was that they were going to buy a ridiculously expensive blueprint, and then other people could invest, and then they would get a copy of the ridiculously expensive blueprint based on how much they invested towards the original purchase price. And like we're talking, this game measures some of these things in like the real world money comparison of like because they have the in-game license thing that you see in a lot of MMOs nowadays, where you can with in-game currency buy a month's worth of time. So there's basically a direct correlation between playtime and in-game value and real-world money. And we're talking like some of these things in the game have like yearly salary level costs. It's insane. Like multiple like $30,000, something like that, like crazy. And so this is kind of like what it was up there in that kind of vein of really expensive blueprint. It was for, I believe, a Titan, which is the biggest ship, at least at the time, probably still now, that you could possibly make. And they were like, if a Titan shows up, that reshapes the entirety of the concept of the battle. And then when multiple Titans show up, it's just ridiculous. Something insane's about to go down. And so he was. This is the scam was he was running. Was he was trying to get everyone to invest in his purchase concept to buy the blueprint, and then he would be giving them the copying it, which is a thing you can do over time based on in-game. And then the copies would be going out to people in the order that they had contributed. So everyone gets it for cheap, in theory, but then the people who kicked in the most would be getting the most out of it, getting their Titan blueprint the earliest, blueprint copy. I think the difference with it was like you can make a blueprint copy from a blueprint, but not from a copy. So the master still has very high value because it's ridiculously expensive, and the copies take forever to make, and therefore you still have to have those single points of that master blueprint. I should get some resin and water in the meantime. So this guy was retelling this story somewhere or another about how he was trying to operate this scam, get people invested, and he had someone bite for just an obscene amount that they wanted to invest in. They really wanted to have the first blueprint copy that came out of this. They were like an investor. We're talking like probably like 60% of the overall price or something, you know, where they had all like many people were involved, but this one person just took the lion's share of how much. Actually, can I grind this before I throw this in to resin? Yeah. So just this massive investment potential, but being a big high roller, a big player that kind of knows the lay of the land somewhat, he was very wary and very aware that this could be just a get-rich-quick cash grab scheme. So he insisted on like being able to talk to the guy, the scammer, over the phone directly, voice to voice, have a live conversation, so that he could be sure that this is like worst case scenario. He has this person's phone number, and he can maybe try and do something about that and get his money back, or whatever the case may be. And so this guy agreed to talk to him over the phone, and when he did it, the other guy was like, call me, give me a call right now. Like, not going to give you time to go and chart something out later in the day or whatever, and I need you to call me right now. And he's like, okay, well, someone's on the phone, so I can't call you right this very second, but I can call you in like a couple minutes when they get off. And he books out, gets on his bike, and hauls ass over to a public library and uses the phone at the public library to call this guy and affirm how it is not a scam. But it totally is. And they have this in-depth conversation about this massive exchange of money while one of them is just chilling at the public library, lying through his teeth about the whole scenario. And he got away with it. He got the money, he got all the investments, and he took it and bailed. So yeah, and there's just there's lots of ridiculous stories out of that game like that. Where another one that I had heard was, so I told you there was the Plex system, the in-game time extension, player license extension is what it stands for, I believe. And so you can buy them on their player market, and there's these major, so the markets, whoops. The markets are actually regional, so you can only trade by going to a space station, and you have access to the market there, and then depending on like your marketability skill, you have like a little bit of extra reach out a couple of systems to interact with those markets from a station. But generally speaking, they're localized, so there's 4 major market hubs, which are the hometowns of the 4 different racial factions in the game. The absolute biggest being Jita, Jita, and whoops. So that's where a lot of people go and buy stuff. And sell stuff and whatnot. So there's actually the game has you can scan someone else's cargo hold if you have a cargo hold scanner equipped onto your ship and see what's in their cargo hold. And for that reason, then they also have countermeasures to that. So they have your ability to have electronic countermeasures. Sorry about that. And jammers, and they have stealth ships and all this kind of stuff. So they have giant, massive freight haulers that are big and bulky but can carry a gazillion units of stuff. And then they have little tiny freighters that have stealth drives or are super fast and super nimble. And all these kind of different things. And this one person shows up and buys, I think they said it was $14,000, real world dollars, worth of game time certifications. But did this in a completely unprotected, just ragtag dumb ship. No protection, no stealth, no obfuscation on his cargo hold. And like you're talking about with the spawning into the Anarchy server, there are people that are just chilling at Jita, waiting for an opportunity to either snag a very big haul or just make someone's life miserable. And so they they spot him, obviously. He takes off out of Jita with this ridiculously expensive hull in his cargo hold of this dinky little freighter thing, to presumably go back to his fleet and distribute them to the people who had paid him for them, or fulfill a contract, or whatever the case may be for his world. And get spotted, because of course you're going to get spotted if you're just doing that. And basically immediately vaporized. And when a ship blows up, every piece of equipment you have, so if I was a ship, everything that I'm wearing and everything in my cargo hold and all my active gear, each individually have a chance to drop onto my ship wreckage and a chance to be destroyed. $14,000 into nothingness, just like that. Someone was not having a good day. Just tons of ridiculous stories. You can look it up. There's a history book on EVE Online that someone built out that has all just massive list of major scams and political upsets and revolutions. Someone wormed their way into one of the major guilds of the server that has like control of, it was like 20% of the or maybe it was like 15% of like the overall universe. Massive corporation. Wormed their way into the CEO position over this course of however long, just gaining loyalties and making people trust them and everything like that. And as soon as CEO was handed over to them, they just disbanded the company. And it was a free-for-all territory grab. With all those assets up in the air, just like went to him. Just massive power vacuum all of a sudden. Yeah, it's ridiculous. The stories you hear out of it coming, stuff like that, and it's kind of one of those. They say it's like stuff like that happens every day kind of deal. Not to that necessarily that extent, but as a theoretical feel. So yeah, that's. I get a kick out of that every time I think about it. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, well, let's, if I do that, it's going to pause. I was going to see if I can find the link to the history book, but yeah, it'll occasionally crop up on like the game news sites or something, like some ridiculous, crazy. Oh, don't do that. EVE happening went on. Yeah. So that's what that reminded me of. When you explained the anarchy. Alright, so gold was the highest. Okay. So then, do I just like take everything out of it? Take the backpack off and craft it with that? Do I use? So they're both improved backpacks, right? Yeah. Put on the ground and use it. Do I actually have to go the full path? Let's make another wood one. Okay. Where did I put those sticks? Did I run out of sticks? Okay, so it was improved backpacks blank, and then the wood one. 3 like that. Alright, so does this? No? Craft this with this? Yes. Okay. Alright, so I gotta do that. Ooh, that's that gets expensive, I guess. So let's grab a handful of these. Oh wait, I have that. Alright, so blank pattern, wood pattern, and then this becomes the iron pattern. So I actually don't have to go very far. No, stone pattern. Damn it. No, I got the iron now on my hand, so that's fine. 1, 2, 3. Alright, stone. Stone backpack. Alright, so then need more stick. Let's just do another one right now. Right, so blank wood. Stone. Iron. Right. Iron. And gold. Okay. Whoops. Woo! Woo! I should have done that forever ago. Okay, I've got food, I've got a bag. Let's throw those in there, we'll throw the arrows and the bow. That. This stuff we'll leave back here. There's no real reason to hold on to that for now. Marble there, resin, wood, planks. Throw the bowls in there, restock my stew. Those can go in there as well as that. Alright, sword, pick, shovel, axe, food, steel leaf, armor is topped off except for the mantle, which is on its way out. Okay. So, I need 12 Eye of Enders, or Ender Eyes, and I've got 2, so I need 10 Ender Dust, or Eyes, or Pearls. Chip. Is that offensive? Rip off. Robbed. Where the heck did you? Seriously? Ow. Oop, there's one. Am I invincible again? I'm nervous about this situation here, but I don't want to be a cheater. I'm invincible. Son of a... I hate this bug. So I'm just gonna... alright, I'm gonna finish the Ender Dust, Ender Pearls. Because... my understanding from what I've heard is that this invincibility bug, this immortality bug... It's info on DB2D, cool. I don't like that I'm invincible while I'm here, but my understanding is that the bug is based on some sort of weird interaction with the hunting dimension, so I don't think I really have a good... I feel like if it's happened like 3 times today, so it's just gonna keep happening every time I come here. And I don't want to have to keep spending the time to reset the game and run those, change into cheat mode and run that command. I guess I could just leave it in cheat mode for a while, so I can run that clear command. You can do that. I can't pause though. Alright. Clear OE effect. Clear effect. OE. Effect. Clear OE. Perfect. OE clear. That's the one. You have to, if you're getting rid of a bugged buff, you have to turn on cheat mode. Although you're admin on your server, right? Oh god. Frozen skeleton. Got 6 out of 10. No more dust over here or eyes or whatever. No? Alright. Boo! But we only need 4 more. Take that. Yeah, I should. If I'm up here now. Yeah, see, I'm taking damage again. Oh, my nutrition's lower on the fruit again. Shoot! Alright, when I get back I need to remember to eat some iron grapes again. Hey, come back! Come back! Oh. Did you have to do it like a did you resolve that same session, or did you have like still have it the next time around and have to deal with that? Like if you, when you logged out and logged back in, were you still? I imagine you probably were, because I think that's what happened to me. Because I had it for several play sessions, as far as I could tell. Yeah. Yeah, that tracks. I just see. Oh, I did. Yes, yes, thank you. Okay. Come on, over here. Seven, 8. Oh. Ooh, trifecta. Hold still. Jeez. Did you? 9. One more. No duster pearls that I missed. Okay. One more! Almost there. That's a lot of Monopoly men right there. Wow. After the... Yep. Yeah, thankfully the clear command works once I can remember which frickin' order the words come in. And change it over to cheat mode by opening the LAN. Damn it. We will get into the end today. I need to get the one more so that I can... There we go. 12, which is enough so I don't even need to get more. Although, while I'm here... Well, I'm about to unlock the end. Why am I worried about this? Yeah, never mind. Never mind. I'll just get you when I have access to the end if I ever need more pearls. Am I going the right way? Yeah. It's like looking for dark oak all over again. Ooh, that's really low. Let's fly lower. Just in case we take a stray arrow. Which makes it more likely that I'm going to take a stray arrow, but I still also am slightly concerned that there's like a chance per movement or whatever that it consumes the durability. I do not want to fall out of the sky and die in the middle of a monster field because my armor broke. Okay. So, my alarm went off, so I need to go and swap laundry around, which is okay timing because I should also cheat mode myself. So I will do both at the same time. And I will be right back.
My cell phone screen is cracked. Vodka bottles in my bag. And though we've only met, I wanna wake up in your bed. Fall into this and spend the night, with a stranger.
I should remember to bump the volume when I leave. Oh, yeah, great. And instead of being able to be ready, it Java crashed instead. Thanks, Java. Oh, come on, if you're gonna crash, actually crash. There we go. Yes, I'm aware the game crashed. If I ever make it to the point where I can have emotes, that's going to be an emote. Just, thanks, Java. Alright, so I only have to do that 2 more times, but I assume the second time probably be ending stream. Just get that current load that I just put in the wash into the dryer and then retrieve. Timer. Have you ever, by chance, looked at or played or... Oh no, I assume I'll be done by that time. 2 loads from now? Or through the wash and then through the dryer? All I gotta do to get the end now is make myself a bow and some arrows, maybe tweak up my armor a little bit. And then I might need to farm a little... I think I have to farm a little bit of blaze rods. Or blaze powder, but I got the blaze spawner farm right next to the house, so... That's all easy peasy stuff. I was thinking, have you ever looked at or tried World of Warships or World of Tanks or anything like that? Specifically World of Warships would be my main question, I suppose.